Hi everybody, I'm Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. This morning I just wanted to have a quick outpouring. I just wanted to say a few things about when we listen to masculine and feminine energies as to what's going on with the energies. When we listen to others that are saying that. Now, I did this for like 3 years before I finally stopped doing this. It is always really good maybe just to check in occasionally in regards to twin flames and see what the masculine is doing, where they're up to, whether they're clearing stuff out, whether they're focusing on themselves, whether their relationship is going badly, whether they're going to split up with somebody, whether they're whatever the masculine is doing, and the same with the feminine. Please don't get obsessed by it. Don't get caught up in it. The information that comes through is completely real and it's completely right. But whether it is right for you in divine timing is another question, is another matter. As I say, I've been in runner and chaser and separation and back again for 3 years now, and I went through that period of what's the masculine doing, what are the masculine energies, what's the divine masculine, what's happening with him at the moment, what is he doing, what is he thinking, where is he going, who is he with, if anybody, all of those questions, and you listen to them, and what it creates within you is an expectation. And as soon as you create that expectation within you, you start to push away the timing of the union. You push it away because suddenly you're in expectation mode. You're thinking, so you listen to divine feminine or divine masculine, whoever your twin flame is. You listen to that, which, as I say, is completely true. I mean, we're going off astrological alignments, we're going off moon phases, we're going what is going on astrologically, what these energies are that are being brought down to us by the universe, which can help towards our relationship, our union with the twin flame. But the second we listen to something, say we're listening to the masculine energies, and it suddenly says, yeah, they're coming around now, and if they've been in a karmic relationship, those karmic relationships are now ending, and they're beginning to come back to themselves and come back to the one and come back to you, basically, and realise what's going on, or they're starting to awaken, things like that. And you sit there and you start praying and you start hoping and you start having these expectations of, this is it, right, he's going to dump whoever he's with at the moment and he's going to come running back to me, and I'll just sit here and wait for him to call or text or email or something like that. That expectation is there. And if we are magnets, if we look at ourselves and our twin as magnets, if you put two magnets the wrong way, you are pushing against it. You are pushing. You are not going with the flow. You're not a salmon swimming downstream. You're a salmon pushing up and trying to jump upstream. You're trying to control things. You're trying to think that you are the one in charge of this. You're trying to put your control element into this by this expectation. Not to mention the fact that if it doesn't happen, the pain, the sadness, the hurt that you then feel after, the disillusionment that you feel after as well. Well, I've just listened to the masculine energies. This is what they said was going to happen. Why is it not happened? Partly because of your expectation, partly because you have pinned all of your hopes on that happening, partly because divine timing for you, it wasn't this time. If you have listened to it, as I went through a long period of listening to them, and I saw it all coming around and going away again, and it wasn't happening, and sometimes it did, and sometimes I get an email at the point where they said that the masculine energies were surrendering, or coming back towards you or whatever, and I'd get an email and go, yay, that's brilliant, and that'd be it. That'd be all there was. Just that one moment there, because of my expectation, because of me constantly thinking, this is it. As soon as they come back, I can start living my life. As soon as they're on board with this, as soon as they're awake, as soon as they've awakened, as soon as they've got spiritual, as soon as they've done all of this, we can move forward together and all is well with the world. I am completely complete and whole, and that's it. It doesn't work like that at all. The more you put your hope and expectation, you can have hopes for the future, but have hopes for your own future. Have hopes that you are going to be happy, that you are already happy, that you can live your life knowing that you have a very, very deep connection spiritually with your twin flame, but your twin flame does not have to physically be in your life. And they're not physically in your life at this time because of the masculine energies or whatever. They're not there at the moment because they are working on their own things. They're sorting themselves out. They are doing that subconsciously. I get, well, why do we have to do all the work? Why are we the spiritual ones? Why are we working so hard and they're sitting on the books doing nothing? That's ego. They are doing it. And because you are connected, the more work you do spiritually on yourself, on your own healing, on your own learning to love yourself, that will help them. And subconsciously, they will go along and do their thing until they've reached the point where they are healed as well, as much as they can be in this lifetime. When they've got to the bottom of their core hurts or their core beliefs, or they've dropped things and they've got rid of things in their life that doesn't serve them. They've worked through things. They are doing their own mission on their own, and we're doing our own mission on our own. But spiritually, we're not alone. We are connected by them. We are completely connected. Just because they're not here in the physical, or they go off, or they're with somebody else, or whatever that means, and whatever's going on there, those people are coming into their life because they need to be taught something else. There are lessons there that need to be taught that you can't teach them at all. That's why that is happening, and there has to be this just be in the moment and have an acceptance of the way things are at the moment. And through that acceptance, of yourself and working on yourself, you find that peace and happiness which allows you to live your life by achieving your highest vibration. When you work on yourself, when you achieve whatever the highest vibration of you that there can be, that's when you attract to you the highest vibration of somebody else, the highest vibration of your twin. When your twin is ready to come back, when divine time, not when they're ready, when the universe decides that you as twins are ready to come back into union, you are not going to come back into union with the same old crap that you carried around with you before. And that goes for both of you, because you're both growing and changing. Do you really want your twin back the way they were? The lying, the cheating, the disconnectedness in physical, the selfishness, the whatever it was that was there, whatever tough points that were there that they needed to work on themselves. Do you want them back in your life with those flaws when you have worked so hard on yourself and got to a point? And it's not going to happen if they do come in. If they do come out and you come back together and there are still problems there, you will separate again. And that's how the twin flame relationship union works. You will come into union, and that's wonderful and that's brilliant. But if you are not, if there are still core issues there to be dealt with, if there is still healing to be done that you cannot do together, you will separate again. and it goes in a lot of relationships. It just doesn't go, you know, but mostly with twin flames there. So I don't want you to put your, as soon as you put your expectation into something and think, yay, it's happening, it's going to happen, because they've said that the masculine's getting it together now. They may be, and they're working on it, but they may have to go through a lot of masculine energies or female of getting it together, depending on how much they have to work through. Remember, we're not just working through problems and healing in this life. We're dealing with ancestral stuff as well. We're dealing with stuff that's been put on us from our families, from our mothers, our fathers, childhood things, core issues that are going on that need healing as well. We're dealing on a collective basis with our soul group. There is always that feeling where you just burst out into tears for no reason whatsoever. And when that happens, you think, well, is that my twin flame? What is that? It could be a twin flame. You could be picking up on their sadness. Sometimes you're picking up on the collective sadness. If something terrible is going on in the world, I'll pick up on that. If something is going on within your soul group, within your monad group, that needs clearing, as a collective, each of you will have a little part of that and help clear it for somebody else, and vice versa as well. I'm probably better off going into another video and doing that, but I need you to drop the expectation of, this is it, they're coming back, because as soon as you do that, you're just pushing them further and further away from you. You have to come to that place of peace and happiness within yourself, knowing that, you know what, you're okay, and you're okay with the fact that they're not physically with you, and you're okay with the fact that you still feel this connection on a spiritual level, but it's not going to stop you living your life to the fullest. It's not going to stop you completing your mission or doing your mission or being on your soul path just because they're not around. You have to carry on with that, because that is what eventually will bring them back to you once you have healed. So I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope it helps. But it's nice to check in and see what the energies are doing with the masculine and the feminine, but please don't get hooked into them, because then you are putting yourself into another belief system, another program, which is going to, instead of bringing you closer together with your twin, it's going to draw you apart again, and it's going to take longer for you to work through everything and get back to being with them. But you have to let go of that expectation of, oh, when I get back with them it'll be all right, when I get back with them everything will be perfect, when I get back with them I'll be whole. You're already whole. You are one soul split into two separate bodies, and the only way to bring them back again is for you to become whole, for them to become whole within themselves, to be in a place where you are happy, you accept you for who you are, you continually strive to heal yourself in whichever way you can, whichever way you know about. And some things could be subconscious as well, maybe things that need healing that you don't even know about, that you don't even realise. You can sit there and say, I'm completely healed and everything's good. Well, if you were completely healed, you would be with your twin. That's how it is. There would be, things would be okay, or you would just be in a holding area while you're waiting for your twin a little bit longer, who has a few more things to clear up. Nobody is ever completely healed. This is a continual lifetime process as part of ascension, as part of rising up into 5D and getting out of this 3D reality that we think we're in. So I don't want to go on about it, and I just hope that this helps a little bit. I don't want you disappointed. I don't want you hurt. I don't want you in pain. I want you to be coming from a place of acceptance and, you know what, this is okay, with no expectations of when they're coming back, if they're coming, you know, trying to put the control on it as well. Okay, so namaste, I love you loads, and I will speak to you soon. Somebody has sent me a question on I can't remember the exact wording off the top of my head, but I'm actually going to do a video on it later about what happens when we can feel our twin flame in the spiritual realms, when we know that they're there but they're not actually here in the physical yet. So I'm going to be having a look at that later on. So take care, and I will speak to you later. Okay, namaste. I love you. Okay, bye.